nonetheless.
What have you been doing to try to impress here at camp? What has been kind of your mindset in trying to establish yourself, learn, and grow through camp?
Yeah, my mindset is just every day before I come in, I ask the Lord to help me to work as heartily as for Him, and not to please men. He's the one that's given me the gifts and abilities to play this game, and so, when I come out here, I'm just trying to give it everything that I got, to honor God and bring Him glory.
You made a really nice catch in the back corner of the end zone. You kind of went up for it from Drake. Just can you sort of take us through that play?
Yeah. Coach McDaniels has been doing a good job of giving all of us opportunities to get out in the space, especially running backs. And so I've definitely been trying to grow and get better at that. And so it was a nice pass from Jake. Nice to come down with it. A good play.
You got some pretty rare tracking ability for a running back. Do you have a baseball background, or what went into that game?
No baseball background. Nah, I can't swing. I can't hit that ball.
Rhamondre was just talking about trying to help you, with play, but he harkens back to his rookie year. How much of a help has he been to you and kind of guiding you through this?
Yeah, Rhamondre has been a huge help. Antonio, Terrell, all those guys, all the vets in the room has been a huge help. And so I'm thankful, to be here at the Patriots. I'm thankful to be in the running back room and play alongside of those guys and come to work each and every day with those guys. Shoot, I'm excited. The biggest thing, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. I know this is a long season. It's a lot of work we put in each and every day. And so the biggest thing, man, is just one day at a time. And so.
Your pass protection in college and now your camp, how do you feel like that's translating to this level, and how do you think that's going overall?
Yeah, it's definitely a grind. It's definitely something you got to continue to work at. And so that just helps me out a lot, staying detailed, making sure I'm coming to practice every day and try to work hard and get better at pass protection. And so Coach Deuce has been doing a great job of coming up with drills to help us, to make sure it translates to the game. And so, that's something I definitely got to continue to work on and get better at.
TreVeyon, you mentioned Josh McDaniels' offense. A lot of people have described it as a harder offense to learn. I'm just curious, kind of your take on it, and also just how it's been working with him in general.
Yeah, he's definitely very detailed, when it comes to the offense. But I think they do a good job of just, helping us get adapted, to the offense, teaching us the plays, making sure we know our responsibility, doing walkthroughs and things like that to make sure when we come out here at practice, making sure it's efficient and we know what we're doing. So they do a good job of helping us out with the plays.
Do you feel your confidence grow on a daily basis? I think you're getting better and better.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting more comfortable just playing in the NFL in general. It's definitely, it takes time to get adjusted to it. And so I feel like, the Patriots, with the way that they organize practice, the way that they help us push us outside of our comfort zone, I feel like they've been doing a good job of helping me step outside of my comfort zone and pushing me to get better.
TreVeyon, you're getting ready for your first NFL joint practice. What are the vibes like?
Shoot, like I said, one day at a time. If I look too far ahead, I feel like that's when you start to get anxious. That's when you start to worry and all of that stuff. And like the Lord tells me, He says tomorrow got its own problems. So I just try to focus on the day and just taking one day at a time with Him.
TreVeyon, what are the moments or things you've done that have given you the most confidence through 2 weeks of camp?
I think just being coachable, listening to the coaches, making sure I'm taking notes, making sure I'm locked in the meetings and the walkthroughs, making sure I'm coming out here at practice and just try to give it my best. And so I think just doing the little things, when you start to do the little things right, then when the big things come, all the little things add up to help you do the big things. So
We've heard from other rookies talk about watching old Patriots.
Last question,
Captain
guys.
Chisholm's watching Danny Amendola. Any old backs that you like watching their film in particular?
yeah, I just like watching a lot of running backs in general. I think, there was a lot of great running backs just in the past, and all the time there's great running backs that come through. And so, I'm always trying to grow in every aspect of my game. And so I just try to watch every back, and every skill type and just try to get better.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
What up?
When it comes to carrying stuff up the field.
Say it again.
How are the rookies doing when it comes to carrying your stuff up the field?
They're doing good. They're doing a great job.
It's a young team, a lot of fresh faces. How do you feel like you've been able to connect with guys like TreVeyon and rookies on offense?
It's been great. TreVeyon's in my room, so it's kind of easy for us to get together and just talk a lot. So it's been great. He's been asking questions, learning the offense, and I'm excited for him.
Rhamondre, what have you thought about the offensive execution as a whole
A lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. I'll say we're progressing though. And that's all we can ask for this time of the year. Just get better, progress, and just keep our foot on the gas and try to get better.
What stood out most about TreVeyon so far? What do you like about him as a person? What he brings to the field? What do you like about him as a whole?
Yeah, good dude. He's a competitor. He's a great dude off the field. Just any type of conversations. He's a holy guy. You can talk to him about his faith and things like that. So great player. And yeah.
Mike, what do you think of him as a matchup against some of these linebackers? Not just here, but
Yeah, they better be able to move because he fast. So yeah.
Mike, talk to us a little bit about ball security and what are the conversations he's had with you? I know it's a new year.
Yeah.
New effort, all that. What are those conversations?
You kind of said it. New year. Kind of like a clean slate, but it's my job to keep the ball and secure the ball. We know how that went last year. Trying to put that behind me, but just making a conscious effort. Just keep the ball in my hands. Yeah.
Rhamondre, what's the balancing act? Because I know natural instinct. You're a tackle breaker.
Yeah.
So you get contact, you want to keep going. What's the balancing act between powering through those tackles and sort of knowing when the ride's over and protecting the ball?
Well, that's at a premium right now, just ball security. So. Yeah, I'm still gonna try to make my moves stay the same back I am, but at a premium is ball security right now. I would say.
How much of it is mental?
I really don't know. I don't know. I think it's a physical thing. It's just holding the ball. So I think I could, just make a conscious effort, and I'll say it's physical, yeah, rather than mental.
What went through your mind when the ball got punched out Friday night?
I can't do that. I can't do that. A mistake happened. It's training camp. So hopefully I could just get that out the way right now, go into the season clean.
Did Mike talk to you about that afterward, or it's just kind of part of the process?
I mean, it's kind of obvious, I'm a running back. I have to carry the ball and keep it up. So whether he said something to me or not, I know I did, the team an injustice by doing that. So I got to be better personally and for this team.
Kay asked you about, and you talk about losing the 10, 11 pounds
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to be faster, quicker. Do you feel that at this point in camp?
Yeah, I feel explosive. I'll say that. Hopefully the GPS could show I'm moving faster for a longer amount of time. But yeah, I'm feeling better.
I know you want to put last year in the review. We talked about this before, but what are some of the things that you're more focused on now moving forward? I know you talked about ball security, weight loss, that kind of thing. What's your focus here this camp moving into 2025?
Ball security. I'll say that. Just ball security. Just coming up with the ball every time. I'm very confident what I could do with the ball in my hands when I have it and when I could secure it. So I think just holding on to the ball, everything else will come with it. I'm very confident what I could do with the ball in my hands.
How smarter are you now as a running back, having been in the league and knowing some things about what you need to do?
I'll say, still you could always grow. But yeah, I think I've seen a lot of football. I know we're trying to get done offensively with Josh McDaniels back in here. So I think I'm pretty smart, football wise. But you can always learn, and I go in there in the meetings every day, just willing to learn. So yeah.
I know you talked about your execution, but just in terms of being able to understand the playbook, taking the execution out of it, where do you feel like, you mentioned Josh, where do you feel like guys are in terms of learning this Josh McDaniels offense?
Well, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but on the field, when I look at it on film, I mean, it looks like we're making progress. Everybody's learning is a little bit different, but when I turn on the film, it looks like everybody's progressing. It's still, a bunch of mistakes. This training camp is going to be that, but progression, I would say.
Do guys come to you and ask questions because you've been in this offense?
Right.
Before?
They kind of do, yeah. I love to help the backs out. I think I said this the first time I did media this year. Josh and Bill was on me my first year about this playbook, so I think it's drilled into me. So yeah, I could pass it forward and teach it a little bit.
With that said, do you feel for TreVeyon in this situation as a rookie coming in the same type of thing, knowing the playbook and getting that down too?
Yeah, it's a learning curve for sure, but it's not impossible to do. Just looking at the playbook nightly and just being on your stuff, you'll be all right.
How's the overlap of skills within that running back room? Because each of you plays a position a little differently.
Yeah.
Do you guys all have kind of your own niche, or do you kind of overlap and everybody does everything?
Yeah, I think we all do everything. I think we're all, every down backs. That's what I'll say. Y'all let them speak for themselves, but I'm confident in the whole room, and I think we all bring something different to the table, obviously. So I think we all kind of pick certain things from each other, and I think that's great for everybody in the room.
65 catch season, I think. TreVeyon catch the ball, Antonio.
Exactly. So yeah, I feel like we're pretty diverse back there.
Rhamondre,
Yeah,
can you
my
walk
bad.
me through that? No, you're good, man. That touchdown you caught for Drake was kind of a little reminiscent of Tennessee last year, just keeping it alive.
Yeah, I had a slam block on that, so I was just trying to secure the edge. But yeah, the play kind of broke down. I got out, and I think my feet was in. I think I got it in right. Yeah. So just trying to make a play for the team.
What's the level of excitement for you? Anticipation, new year, new start. The last couple of years haven't gone the way you wanted it to go.
Uh-huh.
The level of anticipation, excitement.
I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm very excited. Just a new slate. I feel like some things happening, in my life. You feel me, on the field and off the field. I just feel like it's my time to go, and I'm ready for this season. Appreciate it, y'all.
Thanks for
Hollins for you. All right, who's starting? You got it?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm curious about the outfit today. Did you do that yourself?
Yeah, this is homegrown right here. It actually started like 6 years ago, I guess it would be 7 years ago. I was in Miami. It's all functional. The bottom of the slits stay drier than the top, so at a receiver position, South Florida, it gets a little humid, so I was able to dry my gloves off, and then it's kind of just been my training camp swag ever since.
I like it.
Yeah.
Mack, you played with a lot of great quarterbacks in your career.
Yep.
Josh Allen last year. What kind of similarities do you see in Drake?
I'm just happy to be here with Drake. Like, I think that's the game is, hey, can we compare guys? But just like I hate being compared, every guy's their own guy. Like, you work too hard to compare to other players. So it's exciting to be able to play with Drake, but also I went to school with his older brother Luke. So, I guess it's a little family reunion.
What's it like getting back on the field? Just how exciting is it?
Yeah, I mean, I trained my whole life to play football, not to watch it. So to be back out with the guys, it's just a different energy. Even though I'm 2 feet difference from outside the line to inside the line, it's a whole different perspective. So never take it for granted. Really excited to be back out there and continue to grow with the guys.
You mentioned like that. I'm curious about. It looked like you were taking a lot of mental reps while you were out. You were always kind of out here with the team, standing with the receivers. Just what goes into that, and why was that so important during that time?
Absolutely. When I was a young player, coach told me the brain doesn't know the difference between a mental rep and a physical rep. So just being able to keep my mind focused, it's easy to wander and get caught up in the conversations in the back. But if I wanted to be ready for this day, then I had to be ready all the other days, because this is the National Football League. Nobody cares that you were out for a month or 2 months or however long, a day, an hour. They expect you to be on the same page as everybody else that was out practicing when you come back. So that was my intention, is, hey, let me make sure I'm locked in, because when I come back, the expectation is that I was here the whole time.
Mack, what's something praised you for is that you were able to stamp on information really well while you were out there. What else did you do to stamp on the offense and all the information?
I think just extra meeting with guys, but then also kind of stealing reps from other guys. Like, hey, do you want to study together? Being able to, if I can go over the plays again and again, read the plays to guys, like, hey, I'll be the quarterback so you can get better. Yeah, you're getting better, but also I'm kind of stealing a couple reps for me to get better too. Anything like that, talking to TD, talking to Josh, being able to, hey, when you do that, when he's running this route, why is this? Because I had more time. My body, I didn't have to do all the stuff that the guys had to do right after practice. So let me steal that time and go meet with those guys and kind of see from their perspective what the offense looks like.
Which players did you study with?
Yep.
Which players did you study with?
All of them. Any young guy that wanted to work, I say, I'm in the receiver room. Let's get it. Right. And they would come in, and I'd go through the script multiple times. Why not? I'm getting free lunch.
Because of all the mental reps you've taken, how much better a player are you, like over time, because of what you've been able to do?
I guess we're gonna see. I hope I'm 10 times better, but we'll see. I think you just can't allow. You're either better or you're worse every day. My goal was to get better every day, so hopefully it translates to the field. And as we compete, and as the Commanders come in and we go travel, and all these different things start happening, the season begins. I hope that my skill and knowledge of this offense continues to grow as the season goes.
Mack, how familiar I think we asked you about Josh McDaniels when you signed in your relationship, and now being back out there on the field with him, how familiar do things feel for you?
Yeah, it's good. I think you got to knock some rust off and stuff, and obviously things aren't exactly the same as they were when we were in Vegas together. But similar offense, and I'm able to, hey, I remember when Josh mentioned this and how to run this route, and now he's fine-tuned it even more now. So, okay, yeah, I have a little foundation, but now let me really get into the building of what this route is supposed to be, or this concept is supposed to be. So it is good that I have a little background, but I got to still be sharp on everything.
Mack, we've seen you line up over the formation since you've gotten back. What allows you to be such an instant player?
I think it goes back to taking those mental reps and knowing, hey, how can I impact this team the best way? X, Z, F, Y, whatever it is that the coach wants me to do. If that gives me an opportunity to be on the field, I feel like, hey, when I'm on the field, I can make plays. Cool. How can I get on the field? Know every position.
Mack, having watched a lot, obviously receiver group. Anyone stood out or anyone surprised you from the group?
I wouldn't say surprised by anybody. Our expectation when we came in was to work and to shine. I think that's what this entire group has done. I think more than any time else in my career, the entire group has had a good camp of competing, making sure they know what to do, making plays when it comes their way. Versus a lot of times in my career, you got 3 guys that are like, oh, those are the guys, and everybody else is like, oh, they're kind of bodies along the way. That's not the thing here. It's like, oh, everybody better come prepared every single morning because you could get your job taken.
Mack, aside from the touchdown passes or the obvious, what are things you see from Drake, having worked with a lot of quarterbacks, that encourage you about him making progress that otherwise might be not as obvious?
He's a competitor. Like whether we're playing chess in the locker room or basketball in the locker room or he's out here, the guy wants to compete, and that's all I care about. That's why I play the game, to compete. If you take away the competition, it's not really a game anymore. It's just kind of bodies out on the field. So he's going to compete, and I love that about him.
He's good at chess.
It's all relative.
Thanks, Mack.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
What's up?
Just, pads come on. Just how's training camp been for you, especially with the pads coming on?
It's going all right. I feel like if I'm at the peak right now, then I'm gonna have a terrible season. So I always need to get better every day. So just continuously trying to get better every day and just doing my job.
Yeah, I saw TreVeyon Henderson specifically, you and Milton last, but what kind of things are you able to soak in from him so far?
Hands. He's coaching just outside linebacker specific stuff with me. So like working better hands, better run techniques, things like that. He's a very hands-on coach in general. I kind of respect that.
How much different is your approach when you're rushing with your hand up versus with your hands in the throw?
I gotta see a little bit more, so I'm a little bit more attacking when my hand is down. Nothing completely different. My get off is a little bit slower just because I'm just trying to look at things developing. But when I'm hand in the ground, I'm more so just like, go get the ball, go get Drake.
How much? It looked like Terrell Williams might have left practice. How much of a scary situation is that for you guys? I don't know if Coach Trey will talk to you guys about that.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about it for real. I don't really ask too many questions. I focus on football when I'm out there. I ask them after.
How much you guys looking forward to getting Washington in here and seeing another team this week?
Pretty cool. So a lot of my guys are over there. A lot of my vets. So Wise, Jay Jones, Carl. So that's gonna be my camp fight right there. I got something for them. Other than that, I don't really care.
Keion, we've seen you and Will Campbell just go back and forth quite a bit throughout the summer. Just what stands out to you about Will and what's it like going up against him?
The biggest thing for Will is his willingness to learn and his ability to sometimes get beat but then not hold your head down. A lot of times when you come in as a rookie, you're going to lose reps. And everybody loses reps sometimes, but guys come in 5 stars, All-American, things like that, thinking that they're best in the world. And when they face adversity, sometimes they shut down. And that's something that Will doesn't do. He asks the questions. He says, okay, how can I not lose this rep? And he learns and he comes back better. And that's the best thing that you could do as a rookie. Because there's going to be learning curves, there's going to be challenges and everything like that. But are you willing to put the work in to actually get better?
How important is it for guys like you?
Trial by fire. The best way to learn how to not get ran through your face is by getting ran through your face. And so if somebody could do that every play, then he's going to learn how to not let that happen.
Was it a good example on the first day of pads? I think you may have knocked him down twice. Did he come and talk to you after that practice?
Yeah, Will always talk to me like, hey, can you tell you what you see here? What am I doing there? And then a good addition is Moses. He talks to Moses a lot of angles and things like that. So he's always getting better. Harold's good. Harold's really good. He's fast. As a difference, I see, because he has such a good get off and hitting the edge and everything like that. Obviously, I'm not Harold, so I don't take too many things from him because I'm not as fast. I got my own moves, but like it's good to see that on the other side of me.
Now that you've had a few days of training camp under your belt, how are you how would you describe your game going into this season?
I feel like my game has always been the same since I've been playing football, just violent. So let me go again, run through your face, and then work from there.
Ken, what do you think you learned about your defense since you put the pads on a week ago?
We just got it. Like again, every day we continue to try to get better, and just we don't know who we are because we haven't done anything yet. We've been playing training camp, so we just have tests along the road. Every day is a test. You either choose to fail the test or pass the test. So we got a big test coming up on Wednesday when we see Washington, and every day you just try to get better.
Swinson mentioned that as part of his rewarding BCS to get the position group groceries. He mentioned you as part of that. Any specific requests that you've had for him as he's been doing?
For me, I get my vanilla wafers for sure. But other than that, that's all rookies. You're on snack duty. Make sure the room is stocked, fully stocked with waters, any candy, anything like that, just for camp and everything like that. But just like showing that you're a part of the team and willingness to do that is big, and they've been really good about it. So.
Is that something you remember doing as a rookie?
Nah, I really didn't talk to nobody when I was a rookie for real. So I did a little bit, but not too much.
One more question.
I know one-on-ones on everything, but just to clear something up, on your final one-on-one against Will Campbell, did you get the edge late, or did he kind of push you around the edge? Just want to make sure we're clear.
Nah, shit, I don't know, bro. One-on-ones don't really matter. Like, there's so many other things that go into pass rushing that you don't really know if you winning or losing for real until you get a quarterback there. You don't know if you winning or losing in training camp because the quarterback may slip out of the pocket. So I really don't hold too much on one-on-ones.
Thanks, Cam. We've seen you take the majority of the reps recently at left guard.
Mhm.
Can you just talk about that transition? Because obviously you came in as a center.
Uh-huh.
But just talk about your comfortability at that position.
Oh yeah, it's good. I'm learning new things every day. Trying to be real technical in the work, because coming from center, you're playing even, then going to guard, you got to stagger. So just making mistakes every day. Trying not to make old mistakes. Trying to make new mistakes every day, and just focus on getting better and honing on my technique.
The coaching staff is crazy. Mike Vrabel specifically, when we spoke to him recently, saying that you've earned your spot, kind of, practicing with that top unit. What does it mean to have your coach have so much faith in you in these moments and just have him recognize what you're doing?
Yeah, it's a great thing, especially coming from Vrabel, a guy who's played 14 years in this league. It's a good thing to hear, but at the end of the day, you got to come in and work every day. Still got to earn it. Still got to prove it to your teammates that you're worthy of it, and that's the exciting part. So yeah.
Jared, generally teams don't put a rookie left tackle on a rookie left guard alongside. That's sort of uncommon. What do you think between you and Will is allowing you to do that right now, and what are the challenges going forward?
So me and Will, we actually did pre-draft training together, so we got to know each other pretty well over that course of 2 to 3 months, or however long we were there. But it's fun. We talk every day. We work every day. It's going to be a challenge, and we know that, but we're ready for it. So it's going to be fun.
When you go back to the hotel, what are the conversations like between you two as far as progression and
we just talk about how fun it's going to be. Like, it's just like you said, like y'all said, 2 rookies next to each other, left guard and left tackle on the blind side. It's just, we know it's going to be a challenge every day. Teams are going to bring their best on us, and we just got to be ready and have fun with it.
This is a young team with a lot to prove. Who's somebody that you feel like isn't getting the recognition that they deserve, that they've stuck out to you in training camp?
The whole team. I think especially with Mike Vrabel, he holds each and every person accountable, no matter who you are, no matter if you're a 1 or a 3. Like, he's going to hold everybody to the same standard. So, yeah.
What's your experience level with left guard prior to camp?
I played left guard. I mean, I played guard in college my first 2 years, and I got switched over to center. But while I even was at center, I would take some practice reps at guard too. So it's not necessarily a new thing. I just haven't done it in a while until now.
How much are you looking forward to seeing another team that sneak through the first time?
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun going up against Washington. They got some big guys, some quick guys. So it's gonna be a good challenge for us, and it's gonna be fun.
Have you talked to you anymore about possibly going back to competing at center as they're trying to get you that?
I'm just doing what they tell me to do each and every day. Tomorrow they tell me to go to center, I go to center. If they keep me at left guard, I stay left guard. Just football player, and whatever they want me to do, I'll do.
Jared Swinson told us about some of his rookie duties, carrying helmets, stocking the snack table. What types of things did the offensive line?
Snacks, keeping up with the waters in the fridge. We actually have to restock some of the snacks now that I'm thinking about it. So it's fun. Sometimes we got to carry helmets here and there, but just got to embrace the rookie year. You only go through it once and just have fun with it.
What kind of snacks? Anything good?
It's a whole bunch of crap. just crap. But it's good stuff. You know, we work hard, and every once in a while you want a little junk snack and just reach over and grab something from the table.
Jared, you were pretty comfortable picking up stunts. I'm curious, is that somewhere you've always excelled, and how different is it going from college to the NFL?
Especially being in the SEC, I feel that you're going to get something different each and every week. You're going to see defenses that are just doesn't really make any sense. You just got to do your assignment. And in the SEC, there's twists all over the place, so it wasn't really necessarily new for me. It's just I have to be a lot more technical with it now. I can't just do a lazy set and just kind of just throw my hands because I know that I'm better than the guy. Now everybody is here for a reason. We're all on the same skill level. So you got to really hone in on the technique, snap them off, and come back square. So it's good. It's good.
I feel like last couple guys will maybe handle one of those late in the practice there. How is the, obviously him and said you've been working out with him a long time. But how is that on the field communication and chemistry going?
It's great. We talk every play, talk about what we have to do, talk about the cadence, try and reiterate everything post snap and while we're down on the line. So it's great.
How helpful has Michael Leonard been for your kind of like move back to guard?
He's been very. I go to Mike and I go to Mike about a lot of things because like what's this, year 7 or I don't know, year 6 or 7, something like that. But he's played both guard positions in the league and even right tackle. So I ask him questions each and every day, what he does with his hands, what he sees, what he looks at when he punches, on his set, how staying inside out, just being patient. So he's a great tool for me.
Snacks, you ask him about that too? What he wants?
Snacks? About Mike?
Yeah, what he wants.
I just say make a list, and they just give me a list, and the rookies go out and we go get it. So yeah, thank you guys.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good.
Want to take the Sharpie?
Couple of weeks into your first training camp, how do you think things are going so far?
I think things are going good. It's been good to get out here and have an opportunity to compete. Just getting more familiar with the offense. I think the longer you're here, the more it allows you just to be able to play fast. And I think, I've enjoyed being here for the amount of time that I've had, and it's allowed me to play faster the longer I'm here.
Lots of young guys in the tight end room right now. What's the competition like there?
The competition is similar to it is everywhere. I think it's the coach's job to put the best guys on the field, and it's just my job to show up every day and do my job.
What's the bond you guys have as rookies, coming in this year? It's a pretty deep rookie class. You guys are all trying to learn together.
Yeah, we have a pretty good bond. We were able to spend a lot of time together during OTAs. We had a lot of times we had like rookie engagements where we had meetings specifically for the rookies, and we were able to spend a lot of time together during that. And so it's been good getting to know those guys, a great group of guys, but more importantly, a group of guys that are hungry and ready to work. So it's been really good to work with them.
There's obviously a lot of different ways you'll have to try to adapt to make the team and find a place. Has fullback been something that's been floated at all for you? Is it something that is potentially an option?
Yeah, I think ultimately it's my job to show up here every day and whatever is asked for me, you go out there and you execute that at the highest level. And I think that's really been the extent of my mindset coming out here every day. It's just to work as hard as I can, control the things I can control, and do what my coaches tell me to.
Being an Ohio State guy, is that your leg up with Mike Vrabel or anything like that?
No, man. The Buckeye roots and the Buckeye family runs deep. But no, man, it's my job to come out here every day. And one of the goals going into camp was to go out there and earn a role. So everybody has to show up here and earn a role. And so that's been the mindset every day, is show up and add value to this football team so we can be successful.
When you were in college, did he ever come by to give a speech to the team or anything like that?
No, not that I recall.
You talked about your chemistry with some of the young guys. How about with Josh Dobbs? Seems like he's looking your way pretty regularly. Where do you feel like you're at working with him, and how comfortable are you with him?
Yeah, Dobbs is great to work with. He's obviously a great quarterback, but more importantly, he's a great guy, off the field. And so him and I, we've been able to build chemistry. Anytime we're maybe feeling like we're a little bit off in the past game, we get together after every practice, and we just talk about how we can get on the same page. And I always tell him there's one page, and it's the quarterback's page. So I'm always listening to him, seeing how he wants things to be ran, and then going out there. And the goal is just to put it on the field, just to be a quarterback-friendly route runner.
With Lampy going down, just like how much conversation in that room have you guys had about fullback and playing some fullback?
Yeah. Yeah, my brother here just asked me that question, and no, it's okay. I think, like I said to him, it's my job just to come out here and execute whatever's asked from me. So If they want me to play wherever I'm at, tight end, fullback, shoot, if they say running back for a certain package, it's not my job to. That's not my job to necessarily negotiate those kind of things. It's my job to come out here and execute every day. So whatever they ask of me is what I'm going to come out and execute at the highest level possible.
You mentioned that you're a quarterback-friendly route runner. This
Yeah.
time of year where you might work with Dobbs, you might work with Drake, you might work with Ben, and I imagine they're all a little bit different. Like, how tough is it to be a quarterback-friendly route runner for 3 different quarterbacks?
Yeah, I mean, I think when in doubt, you're ultimately safe if you take the meeting to the field. I think that's the ultimate goal of. That's what veterans do a really good job of, and that's what I'm just trying to continue to grow at, is your ability to take the meeting room, which is just a bunch of lines on paper, and being able to apply it to the field. So that's been something that I've been just trying to focus on, and I think if you're able to do that at a high level, you'll be a quarterback-friendly route runner.
We've seen you light up out wide a few times, actually catch some passes. Not something we see from tight ends a lot.
Yeah.
What do you attribute to being comfortable doing that and your versatility overall?
Yeah, I mean, I think again, kind of like I said earlier, like the name of the game is to be able, how much value can you add to the team? I think that's really one of the biggest goals of mine, is just being able to add value wherever I can, special teams, blocking, route running. If I'm split out wide, wherever I'm at, being able to add value to the team, and I'm at a high level.
Do you have a background at wide receiver, or have you
Yeah.
decided through and through just move it all over?
No, I graduated high school as a wide receiver, and I switched to tight end during college. Yeah.
People talk all the time about it's a different game at the NFL, but what is it about the Ohio State system you were in that prepares you guys? I mean, TreVeyon came in here with a pretty advanced skill set as a pass catcher.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a standard at Ohio State that is, I would like to argue to say, is higher than most. And then I was a guy that never transferred, so I spent 5 years of my life there, and it's like a crucible. I mean, you go through there and you come out of there purified and ready for the next level. But that's behind me, and it's a new journey now, and so it's my job to take the field every day, looking to add value to this football team.
I'm just curious, a lot of guys transfer these days. I mean, guys go to 2, 3 different programs. What kept you there?
I would be lying if I said it was easy to stay there. There was definitely thoughts of it, but I think it's it's a part of the character that I want to be known for, and have as someone who is loyal to a certain program. I'm not going to be someone who bounces out when things doesn't go my way, and so I think that's a soft skill that can be applied to anywhere in life. I think whether it's your marriage or your fatherhood or being a teammate or a friend, whatever it is, I think trials and tribulations are inevitable. And so who are you during those times? And I think, that's kind of what kept me at Ohio State. And I hope to carry those same skills to the next level as well. Yeah.
Stuff like that. Is there anything you have to do in the tight end room like that?
No, Hunter and Hoop, they're great vets, man. They take good care of us. I think probably the most of it, what you'll see us doing, is carrying their pads in after practice. But no, we have a pretty nice and friendly veteran group, luckily.
Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, guys.